Kiana isn't so bad. I mean, try playing her when you aren't fed. It's horrible. She's very overpowered. Extremely, extremely overpowered. Honestly, I think the only thing that's keeping Kiana down is the fact that Syndra is very popular and also overpowered and beats her. Hey Hash, do you think Aatrox is good into Kled? I don't think he's bad into Kled, but I don't think he's good. And I feel like it's still a Kled-sided matchup, just not as bad as people think. You can easily win that lane, but A, I think Aatrox is kind of shit right now, and B, it's like, even if you can beat him in lane, given infinite choices, why would you choose Aatrox? Like, if you can choose a Juggernaut, right? So, you probably don't want to choose Darius. Darius is pretty shit right now into Kled. But Mord, if you can, like, survive the early game, Mord, okay. How about Ilaoi? How about, you know, those sorts of champions? Is Syndra overpowered or is she just another AP champion? No, she's overpowered. She's busted. Honestly, I don't think Syndra would be that bad if they, like, toned her early game down a little bit. Like, maybe make her Q right now it's 70 to 230. Maybe make it, like, 65 to 210. Like, even a small little adjustment like that would be very helpful. Honestly, they could reduce her Q damage by 10, and she would still probably be fine. Aatrox is a beast later in the game now, which is funny considering his win rate in the late game actually has gone down. That's funny that you say he's a beast in the late game. Like, Aatrox used to have a spike into the late game. His spike is now gone. He wins at no, like, he used to have a win early game, do bad mid game, and then spike a little bit into the late game. With the nerfs to Conqueror, he's bad. He's very bad in the late game now. It used to be at least if you could stack Conqueror and have Spirit Visage, Death Dance, you know, 6 items, that you could, you know, do some shit late game. But now, you die. Like, the dude lost 20% of his late game damage with the nerf to Conqueror. Shit's fucked, you know? Anyone builds Guardian Angel, Ninja Tabby, God forbid anyone actually goes tanky, the champion's gone. I think Diana's broken. I just think other champions are more broken. And, like I feel like there's so many champions right now that are overpowered. It's just that so much of the roster right now is broken. Like, okay, let's look at Masters Plus. Although, the problem is this website hasn't updated in 4 days. So a lot of these win rates are out of whack. Like, okay, you have Cassiopeia, extremely OP. Rise, extremely OP. Akali, basically a fucking auto win right now. Syndra, extremely OP. Zoe, in my opinion, OP. Orianna, in my opinion, OP. Katarina, extremely OP. So, Diana, it's like, okay, great, she's OP too. Who cares, you know? Olaf is broken right now with Conqueror. Didn't his win rate go down? I actually haven't seen Olaf in quite some time. And when I do, I think to myself, well, he's actually doing incredibly well in Masters, so maybe he is OP. I don't know. How are Rek'Sai and Jarvan a counter to Olaf? What, because they run away? I just want to play some games at Aatrox, man. Why you gotta do this to me, opposing team? I'm gonna 59% win rate champion be auto win. Because, here's the thing. 1, that's not her win rate in the top lane. 2, if you look at her win rate, even in last patch, let's even look down to last patch, okay? Akali has spiked from a 49% win rate to a 51% win rate. In mid lane, she has spiked from a 49 to 49. Akali historically doesn't reach 50% win rate, and yet she's reaching 50% win rate now. Do you understand how that could be? If people are suddenly able to win many more games with Akali when she was already overpowered, like, I would say the champion right now is legitimately auto win. Legitimately, straight up auto win. Yeah, do you guys see the nerfs they're doing to Akali? They don't fucking matter. Look at this. Look at this. Her Q hitbox behind her is removed, and her bonus damage to minions is going down at rank 5. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? She still has effectively a kill ability. Level 6 is basically she kills you. Nothing you can do, you're dead. Her damage with Conqueror is way too fucking good. Like, oh, her Q doesn't hit behind her. What does that do? What does that mean? Like, what does her Q not hitting behind her? Like, what does that change, actually? Like, when is Akali queuing behind her? I'm not sure what that change is meant to do. How do you think Riot should deal with Akali? So, I have two changes in mind. One, lower the AP ratio of her passive and the base damage a little bit. Make it 30 to 170 instead of 39 to 180. Make it 0.4 AP. That just removes a little bit of her damage, nerfs her early game a little bit, nerfs her trading a little bit, just a little bit of a nerf. Then reduce the bonus movement speed from her passive by, like, instead of 40 to 70, make it 30 to 50. That shit's fucked. She should actually have to use her W or her E or her ult. You know, it shouldn't just be like run in by default win. Wait, Cho'Gath is such a good matchup. Why are they dodging? A big problem with Akali, dude, if you up Akali's damage anymore, she's literally just going to run at you and kill you. How can Akali even get more damage? Seriously. Hold on, can we look at Akali's kit for a second? A simple Q auto, right? A simple Q auto is 1.1 AP. 1.1 AP for Q auto with very high base damage. Just off the pure numbers alone, that's 64, right? But then this is 65% all AP, so it's actually more like over 100 damage at level 1. There's a reason why Akali zones basically every melee character out and just destroys them. Oh yeah, and then I should mention, yeah, let's talk about her ultimate for a second. Not her ultimate, her E. Then her E is 80 with 100% AP, 70% AD. That's not bonus. By the way, that's not bonus. There's a reason why level 2 Akali just kills everyone. That's what I'm suggesting. Reduce the movement speed of her passive. Reduce the AP ratio here. Reduce some... No, fuck this, dude. Are you kidding me? Is someone, like, trolling their team or something? Like, what's going on? Is someone chain dodging to, like, troll me or something? I don't know. I can't tell. Yeah, like, look at the combined AP ratio of her kit. Right? We'll say, oh, but she only has 3 nukes. Most mages only have 3 nukes. It's pretty rare for a champion to have an AP scaling nuke Q, nuke W, nuke E, and nuke passive. I mean, I can't think of any champion like that, really. I mean, they're so rare. And even if they did exist, they would be so difficult to balance because they would be able to do so much damage because they would have so many abilities that scale with ability power. They would just forever be broken. The thing about Akali that I feel a lot of people don't realize, you look at her kit and you think, wow, that's a lot of damage, but you don't consider just how much damage is a lot of damage. So, for example, let's say she's setting up a start, right? She presses Q auto, right? Hits you into Twilight Shroud Q, backs out with her 90, what is 20% plus, let's say it's still early game, so only 70% movement speed. Backs out, resets her passive, hits you into a QE. Eves back in, autos, Q. We're talking about a champion who on a very simple combo burst me for nearly 5.0 AP ratio. I mean, 5.0 AP ratio in a very simple burst combo. You can say, oh, it takes a lot of time, but Aatrox's combo takes a lot of time, and he's got average AD to his combo, and he can miss a lot of it and fuck it up. Now, it's something worth considering. A lot of people don't understand, okay? Even though you can say Aatrox gains damage in his ult, even though you can say Aatrox heals for his damage, even though you can say Aatrox has all these advantages that make him so strong, right? If all of this was true, why would his win rate go up and down like this rather than spike upwards?